sadly, a lot of people and good seasoned investors don't know that information. They just go and take offers and go any area as long as they can find a deal, and it's very hard to make something happen and make some money. Now, quickly, we talked about aha moments, but I mean, half the day is gone already, right?
It's hot in here.
Do you guys have any aha moments that you guys can share? I want at least maybe.
Let me go with Justin.
What did you learn that was worth writing on the board?
Is it hot in here?
Did you give me that?
Oh, it's a scraper. Scraper. Go for it, Dustin.
I got a aha moment from one of the students.
Give that to me later.
Okay.
He was talking to me out in the hall and about how he would put a house under contract. And he relied on the seller's comps,
Right.
which were from outside of the comp area and weren't truly comparable. And he ended up canceling his contract when his buyers went through and told him, hey man, I think you're asking too much, you know, the repairs, etc. So the aha moment is, as you're new and you're out making offers, if you ask too much because you don't know the comps or you don't know the repairs, your buyers, who are usually more experienced, who are buying this house, they know the numbers. They'll correct you and tell you, and you can go back to the seller and renegotiate. Just like Deborah goes back to her seller and gets them to reduce the price when it won't sell. We know this going in. So instead of canceling the contract, he could have gone back and renegotiated. And he still may.
Okay.
And get that deal. Because he's already got 5 people that want to buy it.
Right, right.
If the price is right.
Right.
So.
The deal I talked about earlier this morning, we did the same thing, renegotiated the price. Yes.
That was my aha moment, what he said.
Renegotiate the price?
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Figure in repairs.
Figuring, okay. Repair cost. All right. What else? Yes.
Buying tax liens directly from the county.
Okay. Tax lien. All right.
Using you guys in RIA for wholesale as the source, because it was scary, like, oh, we'll go over, but go on this place, and then who do I flip it to?
Right. How many here will buy a property if the numbers were right and the deal is an area you wanted? You would be interested in purchasing it. Okay? And if you can't purchase yourself, you don't want to purchase, you want to wholesale, how many of you can find a buyer? Every hand should be up. We're going to share a few things. Every house, I'm going to share a few good things with you guys in a minute also.
I'll share one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because a lot of these guys may not know it. But a lot of times, you know, you're worried about not having your buyers list built yet. There's one call you can make and have that house sold like that. Guess who it is?
We've all
Not necessarily. It could be me, but somebody actually in the room. Deborah. If you've got a good deal, believe me, Deborah's been doing this for 33 years. She's got buyers.
I closed 87 last year.
She's got all these buyers calling her daily looking for deals. You've got off-market properties. All she's got is access to the MLS. She's looking for off-market properties just like we are. And they're willing to pay more than they're willing to, you get your fee and then she'll find your buyer like that. One phone call. So I can't emphasize enough how to have, you need to have a good realtor in your back pocket that you can call and rely on. Once you build your buyers list, you'll have that too.
Does that also mean teamwork, which we talked about earlier? Yeah. So would that be a aha moment? Have good people on your team? All right. You guys feel free to come and right here when you think of a few more things. The other thing I talked about is being organized. Honestly, I don't know why I have that there because it's my computer screen. It's my screensaver. But that's my schedule. That's my weekly schedule. If you haven't figured out what that is yet, That's my work schedule. That's my sleep time, daily morning, every Monday through Saturday, and
Your happy songs.
my happy songs. No, my happy songs came in last night, but I have. But other than that, the way I actually live my life is basically that is my schedule. What I do on a daily basis, how I do things. In the mornings, I always wake up around at 7 o'clock in the morning. First 3 hours of the day, every day, that's my time, me time, and I don't look at emails, I don't return calls, all of that. And then, of course, depending on the day of the week, some of those I go and play 2-3 hours racquetball, and some of it I go and watch my kids soccer or whatever that needs to be done. So I can have a good balanced life, if you call it, because most people don't know what that is. Sometimes they either work too hard or they spend too much time on their playtime, and then they don't make enough money. Or all right, so let me see what's next. Are you guys ready to go? Or you guys need a quick break and then let's go because we had a lunch? Let's go. All right. Who's ready? That was really weak. All right. I'm very sure you can do better than that. So who's ready? Again, let's give Deborah a good round of applause. She deserves it, okay? Thank you, Deborah. Because truly, that's the beginning of your investing. You got to know where to focus on, and then of course the information she shared, and then of course kind of houses you're looking for, and so on. Now, what I'm going to share with you next is a program that I have used. This is direct mail marketing. When we talked earlier about finding houses, finding deals, all of that is great. But once you find the house, and once you find the information of the owner, the name and all of that, and their address, what do you do? If you do not have a good number for them, or if you're calling and they're hiding because all other bill collectors are after them and they're hiding from everybody, they're not going to return your call either, because you may not have the right number. If they are hiding from everyone, most likely they have changed their number. So the best way to get in contact with them is direct mail marketing, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys for the next hour and a half. A couple of things as far as everything that you do in life or in business has pros and cons. Am I right? The pros on direct mail marketing is you can find the best deals out of these because not everyone have access to them. Most of the good things about, or one of the best thing about direct mail marketing is when you're focusing on a house and you find information about that, you send them direct mail, they're not going to receive tons of other offers on that. You might be the only one, or maybe less than 2-3 people that they're getting information from. So you get best deals, you can be super targeted and still find properties. And when they receive your direct mail pieces, especially when they are done right and properly, they are pre-sold, because if you have done a good job of writing your copy, which I'm going to share with you, you're already pre-sold. The cons on this is, of course, it's time consuming. It does take a little bit of time. It requires time. It's a little complex to put it together. Now, if you know what you're doing and how to put it together, it really is not that big of a deal. It requires some capital for money and some money for pieces, for the direct mail marketing pieces that you got to put together. And also even buying the list or so. So it does require some money. Working with real estate agents, all those are warm leads because the agents have already done their work and they have a relationship with. Do you guys know what's the difference between a warm and a cold lead? Yeah. A cold lead is that you have never been in contact with, you guys are just talking. Someone that I'm calling, cold calling. People are calling you to sell you on a product or something they have. That's cold calling. Now, a warm lead is someone, let's say you call a friend, you call an agent who already has a listing. You have relationship with them already, and then of course they have relationship with the seller, and just by association, that's a warm lead. So real estate agents, that's a good thing, and if you have good a good relationship with real estate agents, you can also get their pocket listings. You know what pocket listings are?
Stuff not on the MLS.
On MLS. They are the only ones who have the information, and they haven't posted it yet. So those are great deals because you're the only one. You don't have competition yet. Once it's on MLS, you get tons of competition because people from all over the world can see that. Anytime you're dealing with a lead that can be seen by many people, it's really, you have competition. When you're dealing with someone, only you are the one in contact with them, that's a really better lead. That's a better deal to work on and spend your time on. And the competition level is going to be very low. Now, working with real estate agents, the cons are it's time consuming, especially because when you start dealing with these people, they're not going to trust you right away, right?
Right.
You have to build that trust. You have to prove that you are who you are and you can buy and you can close on deals. Because just because you make a phone call or you make an offer on a property, that really doesn't prove a whole lot. You got to close deals, and the more deals you close, the better relationship you're going to have, and the better quality of that relationship. So, well, Craigslist, easy to start and easy to target. Using one of those scrapers that I talked to you about earlier, you can get tons of leads out of Craigslist quickly. The bad thing is there are tons of junk in there too that you got to deal with and go through in order to get one good deal. If you set it up on autopilot, like I shared with you earlier today, you're going to get many of better deals coming to you because they will call you. How many calls do we have total so far? Yeah, mind you guys that we did only 125 numbers, which is really not a lot.
1 second.
Okay. You turned off the ringer, right?
I've had 14 calls, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.